Hi, I'm Desi,
And I'm Sterling.
and we put together this lesson about the inner truth of the Tao. You edited this, didn't you, Sterling?
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
And did you learn a lot about the steps of the Tao?
Yes, a lot of stuff.
Based on the work from the TV show Kung Fu, Lessons in Inner Truth. I hope you all enjoy it.
I hope you enjoy it. We begin our journey with respect for nature. If we seek to shorten the legs of a crane, we hurt the crane. If we seek to lengthen the legs of a duck, we hurt the duck. We must learn to respect nature and not try to outdo her.
As quickly as you can, snatch the pebble from my hand. When you take the pebble from my hand, it will be time for you to leave.
We must learn discipline, learning to discipline the mind, discipline the body, discipline the spirit. As we learn to be in the world, not controlled by the world, we learn to respect the path of others, but to respect our path first. The art of teaching is clarity, and the art of learning is to listen. No matter how young, the seeker who sets out upon the way of the Tao shines bright over the world. The clouded mind sees nothing. We must learn to respect nature and respect our own nature. Why is the Tao so valuable? Because it is everywhere, and everyone can use it. This is why those who seek will find, and those who reform will be forgiven. Why the good will be rewarded. Accept everything just the way it is. If you see a wrong, change what you can. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Be detached from desire your whole life long. Do not regret what you have done. Reduce jealousy. Never let yourself be too saddened by a separation. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. In all things have few preferences. To live right, one must never sell weapons, never sell or hold slaves, never sell drugs, never try to play God by making synthetic anything.
Time for you to leave.
Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. If you realize that you have enough, you are already rich. As you learn to control the mind, body, and spirit, you become powerful.
Master, I am puzzled. That is the beginning of wisdom. I have seen you laugh, and I have seen you cry. And you do not? We are taught discipline. The purpose of discipline is to live more fully, not less. But how shall I know if my sorrow is only the echo of self-pity, or my laughter the preening of my own happiness? The bird sings in the forest. Does it seek to be admired for its song? Let tears come when your heart tells you of its sadness. Let joy come unasked, unplanned. It is written, shape clay into a vessel. It is the space within that gives it value. Place doors and windows in a house. It is the opening that brings light within. Set spokes within a wheel. It is the emptiness of the hub that makes them useful. Therefore, be the space at the center. Be nothing, and you will have everything to give to others. Your feet tread heavily on the ground. Have you a burden, grasshopper?
It is my thoughts that carry the weight, Master. I have been in the marketplace. All the men there argue and fight. There is no peace.
Why does that trouble you when your home is here?
We want all men to know peace.
It is written in the Tao Te Ching. Under heaven, all can see beauty as beauty only because there is ugliness. All can know good as good only because there is evil. Therefore, having and not having arise together. Difficult and easy complement each other. High and low rest upon each other. Front and back follow one another.
But, Master, do we not want all men to know our peace, our joy?
Would you make the whole world a temple? Be like the sun, and what is within you will warm the earth.
You have taught me to claim no possessions, that none may claim me.
The sextant was only a memory, which you could keep not only in your heart, but in your hands.
I am of age. I must put away such memories.
Between father and son, there is a bridge which neither time nor death can shatter. Each stands at one end, needing to cross and meet.
But he is dead.
The bridge of which I speak, Grasshopper, is your love for him.
Master, are you never lonely?
Do you feel loneliness?
No. But I do not understand why denied the experience of so many things that other men desire. I do not.
Do you remember the day you first came here? You stood in the rain. We did not play games with the others.
My parents were dead. I was alone.
Is that why you waited so long? So patiently to join us?
Yes, it was.
We too were alone.
But you lived here together.
Man, like the animals, is meant to live together with others like himself. But the meaning of belonging to such a group is found in the comfort of silence and the companionship of solitude.
Is that why you let me enter and taught me?
We taught you, young man, because you already knew.
There is evil in the rat, whose nature it is to steal grain, or in the cat, whose nature it is to kill the rat.
The rat steals. Yet for him, the cat is evil.
And to the cat, the rat.
Yet, Master, surely one of them is evil.
The rat does not steal. The cat does not murder. Rain falls, the stream flows, a hill remains. Each acts according to its nature.
Then is there no evil for men? Each man tells himself that what he does is good, at least for himself.
Grasshopper, a man may tell himself many things, but is a man's universe made only of himself?
If a man hurts me, and I punish him, perhaps he will not hurt another.
And if you do nothing?
He will believe he may do as he wishes.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he will learn that some men receive injury, but return kindness. In the pond, there are some lotuses which stand above the water. And though their roots feed, they are themselves untouched by it. Some others have risen only to the water's level, and others are still underwater.
Shall I seek to measure these differences, Master, that I may treat them differently, each according to his growth?
Examine the flower. Is not the flower in each position yet a flower?
Shall I then treat each man the same?
As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all.
Yet, the flower beneath the water knows not the sun. Other men, not knowing me, will find me hard to understand.
Accept the ways of others. Respect first your own.
Strike each flame within the width of a hand from the wick. In this way, the flame is snuffed out. Yet the candle is not touched.
What is the purpose of so difficult a blow?
Discipline. That you may strike with such strength, yet in one place, and no more.
Master, I am troubled. We learn to make powerful the force of our bodies.
Yet we are taught to reverence all against whom we may use such force.
When your life is threatened, or the innocent life of another, you will be prepared to defend them.
Being thus prepared, better than others, should I not always stand and fight?
Ignore the insulting tongue. Duck the provoking blow. Run from the assault of the strong.
Are these not the actions of a coward?
The wild boar runs from the tiger, knowing that each, being well armed by nature with deadly strength, may kill the other, running. He saves his own life and that of the tiger. This is not cowardice. It is the love of life. When you leave these walls, you will come upon the many pillars of violence.
May not a man, one with nature, seeing such pillars, avoid them?
Other men stumble in the way. They go in eyeless search for peace.
Must I then tumble down these pillars?
Seek always peace. Wear no path for the footsteps of others, unless the soul is endangered. We are all linked by our souls. To endanger one endangers all.
And if thus endangered, Master?
In such times, the soul must be the wire.
Discipline your body, grasshopper, that you may find greater power.
But, Master, what greater power is there?
Those who surrender themselves find inner strength.
Will this protect me more than could my arms and legs?
When the heart knows no danger exists. When the soul becomes the warrior, all fear melts, as the snowflake that falls upon your hand.
Master, how does one find the strength within himself?
By being one with all that is without himself.
Yet these sometimes contend.
When fire meets ice, which prevails?
Ice.
Yet in dying, does not the ice becoming water also die?
For the fire dies.
That prevails which refuses to know the power of the other. Where fear is, does not danger also live? And where fear is not, does not danger also die?
Where the tiger and the man are two, grasshopper, he may die. Yet where the tiger and the man are one, there is no fear, there is no danger. For what creature, one with all nature, will attack itself?
What the eye sees disappears with a blink or a wandering puff of breath. Where there was light, the eye denied sees nothing. Watch.
My eye is denied. No light. No candle. Only nothing.
Come. That is what the eye sees. What the soul sees cannot be denied.
Will not the soul too see nothing when death blinks its eye?
No. The soul sees always.
Yet the body dies.
Does the sun die?
It does not shine at night.
It shines somewhere. You do not see it.
I thank you, Master Poe, for what you have done for me.
Not for you, young Cain. For myself.
But I was the one, the foreign barbarian they wanted to hurt.
Young Cain, when I was a boy, I fell into a hole in the ground and I was broken and could not climb out. I might have died there, but a stranger came along and saved me. He said it was his obligation, that for help he had once received, he must in return help 10 others, each of whom would then help 10 others, so that good deeds would spread out like the ripples from a pebble in a pond. I was one of his 10, and you became one of mine. And now I pass this obligation on to you.
The best charioteers do not push ahead. The best fighters do not make displays of anger. The wisest antagonist is he who wins without engaging in battle.
But Master, is this not a contradiction? To train the body thus, yet shun anger and battle.
This is the power of not contending. It is how the weak overcome the strong.
Grasshopper are the eyes and tongue of touch. Through them, a man may reach out and see another's feelings or speak his own.
Is it not sad, Master, that the hands of a man may strike a blow as well as caress?
Pain and pleasure are like two bells, side by side, and the voice of each makes a trembling in the other.
Are pain and pleasure then so alike?
Are the eyes and the tongue alike? We see the butterfly and an ugly wound, and the same tongue which screams also laughs. In the pond there are some lotuses which stand above the water. And though their roots feed, they are themselves untouched by it. Some others have risen only to the water's level, and others are still underwater.
Shall I seek to measure these differences, Master, that I may treat them differently, each according to his growth?
Examine the flower. Is not the flower in each position yet a flower?
Shall I then treat each man the same?
As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all.
Yet, the flower beneath the water knows not the sun. Other men, not knowing me, will find me hard to understand.
Accept the ways of others. Respect first your own. The scissors cut the paper. The paper covers the rock. The rock crushes the scissors.
Is not playing a child's game a waste of time?
In games, children teach, sometimes more than books. Come, instruct an old man and yourself.
Rock crushes scissors.
Look beyond the game as you look beneath the surface of the pool to see its depths.
Each in turn conquers the other. There is no stronger or weaker.
This is the harmony of nature and not a waste of time.
I will treasure this lesson, Master.
I have 3 treasures which I hold and keep. The first is mercy, for from mercy comes courage. The second is frugality, from which comes generosity to others. The third is humility, for from it comes leadership.
Strange treasures. How shall I hold them and keep them? In memory?
No, grasshopper, not in memory, but in your deeds.
This pool of fish. There are 12 fish, 12 worlds.
But only one pool.
Many. The one you see, the one I see, and the world of each. The world you live in is mysterious, exciting, unknown, and mine is older, familiar, and calm. You will never know my world, or I yours.
Never.
Can you see with my eyes? Think with my brain?
But Master, you are one with the universe. So am I.
We are one. Yet we are not the same. 10 million living things have as many different worlds. Do not see yourself as the center of the universe, wise and good and beautiful. Seek rather wisdom, goodness and beauty, that you may honor them everywhere.
Can the weaker be the stronger?
See the way of life as a stream. A man floats, and his way is smooth. The same man turning to fight upstream exhausts himself. To be one with the universe, each must find his true path and follow it.
Why do you hesitate, grasshopper?
I am afraid.
What is it that you fear?
I do not know what lies beyond.
It is only a corridor leading to a place that is no longer used. Is that something to fear?
It is very dark, Master.
And is it not also dark in your room?
Yes?
And do you have fear there too?
No, Master.
Perhaps then there is a greater reason for your fear.
Master, before I came here, a boy in the marketplace whispered of a corridor of death. He said the place at the end hold the bones of many who entered.
But Grasshopper, what is it that I have told you?
That life is a corridor, and death merely a door.
Do you not believe me?
Yes, Master. But I am still afraid.
In time, you will learn to fear only your fear itself. Walk the length of this beam. Do not touch the ground until you reach the other end. Very good. Once more now. Start there. Better. Come. Tomorrow, Grasshopper, and for the next week, I want you to practice walking on the beam.
May I know why, sir?
This corridor leads to a pool of acid, once used for the plating of metal ornaments. It serves now merely to teach each student the importance of balance. I will ask you to cross over that pool of acid on this beam.
Master, if a student should lose his balance and fall into the pool, will he not be consumed by the acid?
It is essential always to keep one's balance, is it not?
Yes, Master.
I am certain you will survive. Now, it is your turn. Why do you delay, Grasshopper?
I see where others have fallen.
Let your eyes see only the beam. In that way, you will not fall. Observe closely. Is not your flesh still clinging to your bones?
The pool is filled with warm water, nothing else.
You believed it was acid.
I saw skeletons.
Look again. Superstition is like a magnet. It pulls you in the direction of your belief.
Never to see the clouds, never to see the sun on the water, or the plumage of a bird.
Yet sometimes it is eyes that blind a man.
How can this be?
Because he can see, he does not look. Is the bird only the color of his plumage?
None should think so.
To be at one with the universe is to know bird, sun, cloud. How much shall a man lose if he then loses his eyes?